It is time to fix Rheneas. Here is another model that one of our friends sent us. It does have some corrosion, but we gotta test and see if it works, and definitely doesn't work at all. So we gotta check what's going on with Rheneas. So we're gonna speed a little bit the video. You know, this for you that you know how to do this. We're just gonna speed it a little bit. And if you don't know how to work on these models, I recommend you to watch my videos and to see how this thing works. But I will try to show you part of the process. And this one looks a lot of dirt inside the gearbox, and here is a little bit broken tab, and actually this tab, it holds the electric motor, the gearbox, but since it's broken, it will not longer hold it and will be causing some problems. So I gotta fix that one too. I can use some glue to keep it in place. Now let's speed back again the video. So this way, this time we are disassemble the gearbox, and as you can see, it does have a lot of dirt, but it actually is the grease that turns like sand particles. So we gotta clean everything and remove this gear because it's no longer working. This one is kind of broken, so I always replace that gear. And as you can see right here, we gotta do a lot of cleaning. You can use a toothbrush and clean all the parts very carefully. Make sure you don't lose any gears or anything, but you gotta take your time. Now here is a sample how I replace. My wife actually, she's replacing the gear, and as you can see, we use a part of the gearbox to put it together. So we did a little bit of cleaning. We use white vinegar to clean the battery terminal or battery contact, whatever you want to call it. Now we are ready to assemble back the gearbox. It's not really complicated, it's very easy. Once you know and practice assemble and disassemble these gearboxes, you are gonna get you're gonna be a pro fixing these models. Now we're using some printer grease that you can buy it online, or you can use some synthetic grease from, you know, the ones you use it for vehicle, but it needs to be thin, not thick. Otherwise it's going to be a little hard for the electric motor to work properly. So as you can see the steps right here, please make sure you follow as shown right here, the way to assemble the gears. And like I say, once you disassemble and assemble the first gearbox, you are like a pro. You will be in no time fixing other models. Now let's make a test. I always say make a test before the next step, so in case there is something wrong, you can fix it before you assemble the entire model. For example, right here, this one is not working. So we just clean and add some grease, but right now I'm putting like between 3 to 5 volts. You can do this at home as a little bit of charge, you know, trying to wake this motor up, but it's not working at all. So right here I have another model. This one is working, as you can see, is definitely working, but looks like the original electric motor is not working. So now I have a replacement right here from another model engine, and it's rusty, but it works. So we gotta swap the electric motors. With the solder iron tool, please be very careful. It's because it's hot. I always recommend you to be very careful, and I do not recommend for kids with no experience to do this. So we got to do the same steps to the other electric motor, because we got to swap. So once we put away the non-working electric motor, we have the good one. Do a little bit of cleaning, and right here I'm trying to tangle the metal plates as it came, factory made. And we are making sure we're going to have a properly fit and not having any problems assembling. I used to do this way, so I will have this exact measurements. I don't want to say measurements, the way it was, because if you solder it without putting on the gearbox, it's going to be a crooked soldering. Now that I solder one side, I will be able to solder the other one very easily, and this way will not be crooked. Sorry. Okay, so you got the point. Now I do a little test right here, a battery and a screwdriver. As you can see, it's working as it should. Excellent. The problem was the electric motor on the old model. So anyways, here we skip the process because I already show you, and it's working as it should. Excellent. I always say, please make a test before you keep the next step, just to make sure you don't have to disassemble the entire model again. So the next steps are very easy. Just put the screws, and because these models are not really complicated, again another test to make sure it's working before we proceed to put the chassis with the middle parts. We got to speed up the screwing process, so you know how this thing works. So once we are done, we got to make another test again to make sure it's working properly. And here my wife did 80% of the work. She got it done, and 20% was done by me. Well, as I always say, really appreciate for watching my videos, and I hope you learned something today. See you next time. Bye.